Hello, hello. This is Grief Talk Thursday. I am Tanya Blake Foster. I'm a remarried widow and mom of two, and I like to share with you about grief, the grief process, because there were things that I have learned and things that I didn't know. Now I know it's normal, and I would like to share it with you. So, one of the first thing is I always try to define what grief is. And grief is extreme sadness or distress that is typically caused by a loss, whether it's the loss of a loved one, the loss of a job, the loss of a home, the loss of a pet, the loss of your health or your family member's health. And the process is about adapting to a new way of life, or the reality that you're in now, and that's probably most likely unwanted. Sometimes a loss of a relationship or a divorce is probably may not be unwanted, but you are still going through the process of adapting to a new way of life. So what I want to talk to you about today is a lot of times in the grief journey, you're going to feel like, especially in the beginning, that you're losing your mind, that your memory has escaped you. And what I'm going to show you today are a couple ways that to cope and help you with that process. So of course, I have my lovely slides. And so the first one is have a designated spot for important things like your keys. I, for one, have multiple spots for chapstick because I'm typically lost without it. Number two, don't try and take on difficult or complicated tasks before you are ready. Don't set yourself up for failure or disappointment. So if you just experience a loss, you might want to hold off on that Intro to Business Administration class that I enrolled in, and within 3 weeks, I couldn't hang. Keep your brain active. In the same way that physical activity keeps your body in shape, mental activity keeps your brain in shape. So stimulate your brain muscles with things like crossword puzzles, brain games, reading, or learning a new skill. What I enjoyed doing a lot was reading. I read a lot. Number 4, this is a big one. Reduce your social media use. Social media reduces downtime and distracts you from paying attention to what's going on around you, which reduces your ability to create and encode memory. There's also a barrier for other reasons that I will not go into, but I will say there's many times that I've gotten distracted with social media and scrolling through in my grief journey and getting more and more upset, or forgetting that I put a pot of water on the stove. So make sure you are helping yourself with memory loss by reducing your social media use. So those are the 4 ways that I wanted to share with you on how to cope with forgetting things in your grief journey. Number 1, have a designated spot for important things like your keys. Number 2, don't try and take on difficult tasks or complicated tasks before you're ready. Like I said before, I tried to take a class. I went to college, back to school to take a class, and wasn't a good move. I was done within 3 weeks. Keep your brain active. Just like physical activity keeps your body in shape, doing different things for your brain keeps your brain in shape. So mental activity, whether it's crossword puzzles, brain games, reading, or learning a new skill. And then number 4, reduce your social media use. If anything, it's probably more of a distraction, and it doesn't help you with remembering things. So thanks for joining. And those are the 4 ways I wanted to share today on how to cope with forgetting things in this grief journey. Happy Thursday. Bye-bye. I don't know how to get out of here. There we go. All right, I want to end it, y'all. Oh, there we go.